Hi, all. I'm Priya Sathy, Director of Product Management for Data Warehousing at Microsoft. I am super excited to be here and show you some of the key capabilities of Synapse Data Warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. These capabilities will enable both novice and advanced data engineers to build warehouses, analyze data, and extract insights that will power business decisions. So let's get started.
In this demo, I'm going to walk through the capabilities of Synapse Data Warehouse in Microsoft Fabric and show you how we embody no-code experiences, full-stack integration, and automation. Here I am in the Data Warehouse homepage, where I'm presented with samples and tutorials to get started with. I start by creating a new warehouse artifact by simply giving it a name and choosing a sensitivity label, which will automatically be applied to any downstream artifact. A warehouse is immediately provisioned for me with no additional setup required. I see a familiar, intuitive relational database experience and can start by writing code or creating a new data pipeline that's fully integrated right here. The pipeline experience is a no-code experience as well, and I am presented with several connector options. I connect to my SQL application database source. I can view the data in the tables, and I can go ahead and pick the exact tables that I want to bring into my data warehouse. My destination is pre-populated. So are all of the data mappings for all of the tables from source data types to parquet types. This is all just automatic. That's all I had to do. I save my pipeline and I can see its status right here. I go back into the warehouse and see tables are automatically created for me. Synapse Data Warehouse gives me a few options to analyze data and write queries. I can filter data in the tables without writing any code. I can also use pre-built templates such as this one to right-click and get my top 100 rows. I can use a T-SQL query editor, which comes with full IntelliSense, and I can write my own SQL queries. The results of the queries can be downloaded into Excel in one single click. Warehouse also comes with a visual query editor. I can just drag and drop tables into the canvas, and I can do complex joins and group bys with just a few clicks by selecting tables and the right columns without writing a single line of code. Along the way, I can see intermediate results as well. Not only can I see the results, but I can also view the SQL that was generated for me behind the scenes, and I can go ahead and edit it further. Now I can add other warehouses into this very same experience with zero data movement. I go ahead and pick the warehouses that I have access to, and right here within the Object Explorer, I see the secondary warehouses. I can go ahead and look at the data in the tables. I can also create visual queries, dragging, dropping tables, and creating queries just like I did before. So with just a few clicks, I've been able to add an additional warehouse to create a single virtual warehouse and span queries across the two, creating one query by cross-joining with the second, all without any data movement. Now right here in the model view, I can get my warehouse BI ready with the integrated Power BI experience. I can look at the relationships between tables that are automatically detected, or I can even create my own relationships to ensure the BI report is performant. I can also add new measures, which are key business metrics that I care about. Every data warehouse ships with a default dataset that's automatically kept in sync with the warehouse and self-tunes. Now with just a single click, I can create a Power BI report. I can see all of my tables. I can even see the fields and the measure that I just created. I can also see as I start dragging and dropping fields into my canvas, my table has 29 million rows. And just like that, I can build my Power BI report. Back in my workspace, I can see my entire project is ready with a warehouse pipeline dataset and report, and I can view its lineage end to end. In summary, I was able to create a warehouse, load and transform data with a pipeline, cross-join with another warehouse with zero data movement, and create a Power BI report with no additional integration required, all without writing any code and all under 5 minutes. In the last demo, I created a Synapse Data Warehouse and ingested data. While the warehouse's SQL compute engine guarantees transactions, data loaded into the warehouse is stored in open format of Delta Parquet in OneLake. Let's take a look. I have installed OneLake Explorer on my desktop, which is just like OneDrive, giving me full visibility into all files I have access to in OneLake. It's an intuitive namespace hierarchy. Expanding my workspace, I see my warehouse. Expanding further, I see my schema and the tables I had created and loaded data into. For each of the table, I see their Delta logs and data stored as Parquet files. Now let me show you how easy it is for me to add a shortcut to this warehouse into a lakehouse, enabling me to collaborate with data scientists in my organization. I'm back in my workspace. I start off by creating a brand new lakehouse. I start by just giving it a name. This creates a lakehouse for me immediately. I go ahead and click on New Shortcut, and I choose OneLake as my shortcut source. I find my warehouse, and clicking Next, I see all the tables that I have access to in the warehouse. I pick the aggregate sales table, and that's it. When I refresh my lakehouse, I can now see the warehouse managed aggregate sales table is available here. It's just a shortcut with no data movement. I can now go ahead and spin up a new notebook and start using this table in my code. I can build ML models and I can see my results right away. That was just so easy to collaborate. I did not have to create pipelines, duplicate data, write transforms, or make any copies.
That was a whirlwind tour of some of the key capabilities of Synapse Data Warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to getting your feedback. Now we have some exciting features that'll be shipping every single month. So be sure to check out our monthly blog to always get the latest and greatest updates. Thank you for watching.